So here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you the thing. Here's the thing. Growing up, I didn't know a whole lot about weed. I ain't never seen it. I ain't never smelled it. I couldn't point it out to you if it were sitting right in front of me. My first time ever learning anything about it was in those Harold and Kumar movies. Excellent films, by the way, just masterfully made pieces of cinema, I tell you. But after learning about it for the first time through those movies, I said to myself, you know what? That shit was kind of fun, high key. And that thought kind of just stayed with me for a while. And then in high school, I just happened to make a few friends, as one does, two of whom were avid weed fans. Bro, these niggas smoked a lot, you feel me? So I knew that whenever I was ready to have Mary Jane pay me a visit, I could just hit my dude Terrence and be like, psst, hey, Ika, hook me up though. And one day, that day came. Check it out. So your boy went to high school in Dallas, Texas, right? For those of you who have never been there, it gets hot than a bitch, even in fall and winter. So you can imagine my surprise when one day I'm at school eating lunch in the cafeteria with the boys and shit, and we look out this big ass window to see that it's snowing, like hard. After we see that, we all look at each other grinning and shit because we already knew what it was. My one friend, let's call him France, right? So France wasn't getting it. So I look at him and I go, nigga, you know we about to go out there and fuck shit up, right? And he was like, what you mean? So I break it down just to make sure we're all clear on the game plan. All right, y'all, so check it out. Today, 7th period, ain't none of us going to that shit, all right? Tell everybody that you know that 7th period is canceled today, okay? Unless you a bitch. In which case, you can go take your nerd acid class and learn or whatever. But the rest of us gonna go across the street to the big ass field that's over there, grab some snow, and get the fuck down. You understand? We all look at each other and we're like, yeah, cool, yeah, for sure. So in 4th, 5th, and 6th period that day, I didn't do shit but stare at the clock and wait for 6th period to let out. 7th period finally rolls around. I find my friends in the hall and we rolling like 12 deep. You feel me? Like there's a gang of us niggas. Well, at first, anyway. By the time we made it across the street, which was covered in that nice thick snow, by the way, there was only like 6 of us left. It was France, Terrence, Jeff, myself, and I don't remember the other 2 dudes, all right? They're not important. So we start going in, right? Bitch. 10 minutes of that shit later, we tired. We fucking exhausted. So we go chill by the picnic tables that are off to the side of the field. We shoot this shit for like 20 minutes or so, and then these 2 guys walk up and, they start chopping up with one of the guys that we're with. And I guess they're cool or whatever, and one of the guys goes, hey, he's Mexican. It's not important, but I mean, why leave it out of the story, right? Y'all trying to blaze? Oh my God. And there it was, right? Right there in my hands. A chance to get high for free with my friends after a snowball fight during school hours. So I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it, whatever. Sure, whatever, cool, whatever. So we followed the guys to the YMCA that was also across the street from our school, right? So the guys could roll joints in private. And by in private, I mean in the bathroom stall of the YMCA. While I stood guard at the door, no mind you, so that I could alert them to anybody who's trying to come in, like on some bouncer in the club type shit. So they finish rolling the joints. We all go back to the field. And we start puffing away, right? Puff, puff, pass, puff, puff, pass. Because that's law. That's how it goes. Joint finally gets to me. I puff fun on a little bit. Exhale shortly thereafter. My friend Terrence goes, you got to hold it in for longer than that, bro. So I give it another go, hold it in for 5 seconds, blow it out, and he goes, got to get some air behind it. After you take your puff, pull the joint away from your mouth, breathe in, get some air behind it, hold that for as long as you can, and then blow it out as fast as you can, okay? I look at him, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? But you know what? Like I said, this nigga is a professional stoner. So I go, fuck it, and I trust his wisdom. So I do exactly as he said. I followed all the steps. Puffed, inhaled, held, and blew out. Now pause. We're going to pause right here. You know how when a kid gets hurt, or he or she starts crying? Of course you do. So I'm sure you also know how sometimes when they first start crying, they're so overwhelmed with pain and shock that they just can't make a sound. Almost like their yell is on delay. So picture that, right? Not even close to what I experienced in that moment. Bruh, immediately started coughing up my life, bro. I swear I must have coughed for like a full 5 minutes. And after the last cough came up, I closed my eyes, slowly opened them, looked at Terrence and said, "Woo, you good? You good, bro? You good? You all right? You good?" He laughed and went, "Dude, I'm fine. Are you okay?" I went, "Dude, I'm like all the way good right now. Like factually, bro. Like I'm fantastic." So as you can tell, I was pretty much baked at this point. Like I was gone. So then one of the guys points out that the buses are pulling in behind the school, and that 7th period is probably letting out now. So as we see the kids walking out of the school and onto the buses, we start crossing the street so that we don't get left. I have never had so much fun crossing a street than I had that day. All right, understand. I remember there was this one bus heading down the street, and as it got closer and closer to being right in front of us, Terrence, Francis, and I, we just booked it, just haul assing across the street to get to the other side before we got hit. And I remember feeling like I hit the bus with a fucking sidestep so smooth. I took the bus's ankles that day. I'm telling you, bruh.
We taking ankles out here.
So once we got across, I grabbed Terrence and I was like, dude, did you fucking see that cross up I gave that bus, dog? I'm cold with it. He was like, dude, you're definitely high. Okay, look, I want you to call me when you get home, all right? Let me know that you made it. I said, okay. So my friends caught their buses, I caught mine, and somehow I managed to get off the bus and walk 10 minutes back to my house and made it in one piece. I remember walking inside and thinking to myself, fuck, I really hope nobody's home right now. That would not be good. That would be no bueno. So for whatever reason, I thought that if I just laid down on the couch and started listening to music, that I'd look like I wasn't hot. So I said, fuck it. So I tried it. I laid down, I put my earbuds in, and I started playing a song called Maggot Brain by Funkadelic. And it's a really good song. Now, I'm not going to play a snippet of it just because of, copyright and shit like that, but I will make mouth sounds. Okay, here we go. Mother Earth is pregnant for the 3rd time. For y'all have knocked her up. For y'all have knocked her up. Bip, bip. So while I'm listening to that, right, my dad comes around the corner. I'm like, fuck. So he looks at me, he goes, "You alright?" I go, mm-hmm. He looks at me. I look at him. He looks at me. I look at him. He sees me, see him. I see him, see me, see him. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And he looks at me. He grins a little bit, and he goes, "All right." And to this day, I'm not sure if he knew or not what was up, but I think he did. He's a pretty cool dude. He's pretty cool. So I'm pretty sure he fucking knew. But the point though, is to make sure you get air behind your puffs. Okay, that shit's important.